Most men walk around with the rock-solid assumption that their swimmers are on a permanent autopilot setting. You wake up, you grab your coffee, you head to work, and you just assume the factory downstairs is operating at 100% peak capacity. It's natural, right? It's automatic. It's literally the biological prime directive of the male body. But here is the spilled milk reality that is currently being whispered about in medical journals, but ignored in the gym locker room. Over the last 40 years, global sperm counts haven't just dipped or fluctuated. They have absolutely unequivocally tanked. We are looking at a staggering 50% drop across the entire planet in just 4 decades. Take a second and really let that sink in. Modern men are walking around with literally half the fertility of their grandfathers. This isn't just a boring statistic. This is a full-blown biological emergency that is happening in real time. And the most terrifying part? Most men have zero clue their fertility is circling the drain, until they're sitting in a cold, sterile doctor's office and the doc drops the low-count bomb that changes everything. Your sperm count is low. Today, we are going deep. We are exposing the 5 silent red flags that are nuking your sperm production while you sleep, eat, and work. These aren't some rare exotic diseases. These are common habits you're likely performing every single day without a second thought. I need you to stick with me, because habit number 3 is something millions of men do while they think they're relaxing. But in reality, they are effectively putting their reproductive health into a microwave. But here's the good news, and it's a big one. Unlike your receding hairline or the passage of time, this is actually fixable. To understand this hidden crisis, we have to pull back the curtain on the modern world. We are living in an environment that is, quite frankly, historically hostile to male hormones. Top-tier medical journals are sounding the alarm, pointing the finger at our beige processed diets, sedentary desk jobs, and the toxic soup of chemicals in our everyday environment. But here's the fundamental thing you need to understand about your boys. Sperm cells are the most sensitive, high-maintenance divas in the entire human body. They are incredibly fragile. They can't handle a spike in temperature. They absolutely hate toxins. And they are terrified of oxidative stress. If your lifestyle is even 5% off, the factory upstairs sends a signal to the factory downstairs to just shut down production indefinitely. Now, before you get your panties in a twist, remember the cheat code of male biology. Your body is a relentless manufacturing plant. It builds a fresh, brand new batch of sperm roughly every 70 to 75 days. Think about how powerful that is. That means the version of you that exists just 3 months from now is a direct, measurable result of the habits you choose to start or stop today. If you clean up the act and give the body the raw materials it needs, the factory reopens its doors. So, let's break down the 5 habits you need to delete from your life with extreme prejudice. Habit number 1, the liquid saboteur. Now look, I'm not here to play the role of your local priest or a boring health lecturer. An occasional beer or a glass of scotch isn't going to single-handedly end your bloodline. But if you're polishing off a 6-pack or half a bottle of wine on a regular basis, you are essentially pouring liquid poison directly onto your testosterone production. Alcohol hits your fertility with a brutal triple threat. First, it suppresses testosterone, which is the literal high-octane fuel for sperm. Second, it triggers massive oxidative stress, which acts like a grenade, scrambling your sperm DNA. And third, it creates wonky sperm, low counts, bad swimmers, and cells with weird, abnormal shapes that can't do their job. If you are trying to conceive, or if you just want to feel like a high-functioning man, it is time to trade the heavy booze for some serious hydration. Habit number 2, the mental muzzle. Stress isn't just a feeling or something that stays in your head. It is a total chemical takeover of your physiology. When you are constantly redlining at work or worrying about the bills, your body pumps out a flood of cortisol. I want you to think of cortisol and testosterone like 2 kids on a seesaw. When cortisol goes up because you're stressed, testosterone gets slammed into the dirt. Your primitive brain thinks you're being hunted by a saber-toothed tiger in the wild, and it decides that reproduction is a luxury you can't afford right now. survival becomes the only priority. Your body is literally saying, why would we make babies when we're about to be eaten? Even though that tiger is actually just an annoying, passive-aggressive email from your boss or a traffic jam on the way home. Habit number 3, the slow cooker. This is the one that catches almost every guy off guard because it feels so harmless. There is a very specific anatomical reason why the testicles are, well, hanging outside the main body cavity. They are biologically designed to be roughly 2 to 3 degrees cooler than your core body temperature. But modern life has turned into one giant, continuous heating pad. Hot tubs and saunas? You're essentially boiling them alive. Heated car seats in the winter? You're frying the factory. Laptops placed directly on your lap? It's literally in the name, guys. But for the love of your future children, don't do it. Even something as simple as tight-fitting underwear or sitting in an office chair for 8 hours straight can turn your groin into a low-heat oven. It's time to give the boys some room to breathe and cool down.
Quick pause. Before we continue, as we are talking about men's health and well-being, here's something worth knowing. If you've been feeling frustrated or even embarrassed about changes in bedroom performance, sensitivity, stamina, or desire, you're not alone. And it's not your fault. There's a 100% natural solution that's already helped thousands of men feel confident and energized again. No pills, no injections, no procedures, no surgery, no risky shortcuts. Just a simple, easy home remedy you can make at home, designed to support what researchers are now calling the manhood molecule, a key factor for arousal, blood flow, and lasting power. Find out more. There's a link in the description and in the pinned comment. Check it out. It could be the very thing you've been looking for. Okay, let's return to today's topic.
Habit number 4, the beige diet. Here's a hard truth. If you eat like a 10-year-old at a never-ending birthday party, your sperm will behave with that same level of maturity and discipline. Sperm cells are high-performance biological machines. They require high-octane, nutrient-dense fuel to navigate the most difficult journey in nature. Specifically, they are starving for zinc, selenium, omega-3 fatty acids, and folate. When you flood your system with processed sugars and dirty industrial fats, you create systemic inflammation. And inflammation creates sluggish, lazy swimmers that give up halfway through the race. If you want Olympic-level motility, you have to eat real, whole food. Think wild-caught fish, raw nuts, and dark leafy greens. Habit number 5, the chimney effect. We all know by now that smoking is a fast track to lung issues. But what many don't realize is that it's also a heat-seeking missile for your reproductive DNA. Every single puff introduces thousands of nasty chemicals that cause something called DNA fragmentation in your sperm. That is a fancy medical way of saying your sperm's biological instruction manual is being put through a paper shredder. This leads to drastically lower counts, higher rates of miscarriage, and swimmers that literally can't find their way. If you want to be a father one day, or if you just want to maintain your edge as a healthy man, the cigarettes, and yes, that includes the vapes, have to go for good. I know that sounds like a massive list of bad news, but I want you to shift your perspective. This is the part of the video where you should stand a little taller and take a deep breath. Your body is not your enemy. It actually wants to be fertile. It is a self-correcting, self-healing masterpiece of evolution. The moment you stop the heat, cut out the toxins, and start providing the essential nutrients, your sperm quality can skyrocket in as little as 90 days. You are never stuck. You are always just one season away from a completely new biological profile. Let's quickly recap the high-performance hit list. 1. Ditch the heavy drinking and protect your testosterone levels. 2. Master your stress and tell your cortisol to back off. 3. Cool the engine. No hot tubs, no laptops on the lap. 4. Fix the fuel. Eat for your hormones, not just your cravings. 5. Quit the smoke and stop shredding your genetic legacy. Your reproductive health is the ultimate canary in the coal mine for your entire body. It isn't just about making babies, it's about your daily energy, your heart health, your muscle retention, and your long-term longevity. If your fertility is thriving, it's a sign that your entire system is in a state of abundance. If you're ready to take your health seriously and stop leaving things to chance, hit that subscribe button right now. On this channel, we dive deep into the real science of being a high-performance man, covering everything from prostate health to blood flow and the secrets of longevity. But wait, knowing what to stop doing is only half the battle won. To really win, you need to know what to start doing to move the needle fast. There are 3 specific scientifically backed superfoods that have been proven to supercharge your sperm count and motility in record-breaking time. I have broken down exactly what they are and how to use them in the next video appearing on your screen right now. Click it, watch it, and I will see you over there to finish the job of optimizing your health.